This week's episode of This Week at the Park. I'm your host, Chris Wilson, along with my man, Tarek El-Bashir, CSN Washington.
How you doing, man?
What is going on?
I'm doing great.
Man, I'm looking forward to a great show today. Heavy anticipated Brian Orakpo making his appearance. The ink is still wet on this guy's contract.
Yeah, you know, I actually was caught a little bit by surprise to see the news this morning that Brian had indeed signed his franchise tag tender. I thought that they were going to try and work out a long-term extension. You know, teams have until June to try to work out a multi-year extension with their franchise player. But it seems like maybe that wasn't in the cards. And so Brian said, look, let's just get this done so I can participate in off-season training, which begins April 7th.
Right, let's not make this a distraction.
Exactly, and it begins April 7th, which is 2 weeks earlier than all the other teams because the Redskins have a new head coach. It's in the CBA. And I think Brian Orakpo is coming through the door
Here
right
he is
now.
right here. You know, these are
What's up, man?
These are great problems, you know.
What's up?
I'm good. I'm right in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yep.
Live. Let's mic them
Let's
up.
get you mic'd up, man.
Just got done talking about it, man.
Ink is still wet.
Ink is still wet.
It's all the picture.
Oh, yeah, man. Just, you know, fresh out the signing the deal official, making it official. So it's a good thing.
And Brian is a guy who doesn't really need a microphone. I'm willing to bet you guys can hear him pretty well right now.
Yeah, you know,
straight out of H-Town.
My Barry White voice, man. Been like this since the third grade, man. But it's good, though. How y'all doing, man?
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank
Well,
you,
we were
man. Glad to be back, man.
Yeah, we were talking about that, you know, we try to see the future as expert analysts. So we were talking about how we were thinking that the Redskins would try to get some long-term before you sign the contract. But how do you feel about signing the franchise player tag and your future with the Redskins?
Well, my bad. Let me get the seat adjusted. But, nah, it's, you know, it's something we talked about. And obviously, don't get it twisted. I still want the long term. You know, that's obviously the goal. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I want you know, I see the future of this organization is very bright, you know, and I want to be a part of it. And I just hate distractions, you know. I hate distractions. I hate, you know, the whole mess that goes with contracts and just the business aspect of the whole football thing, man. I just love football, man, and I love my teammates, and that's something I didn't want to be a distraction, you know. So obviously they presented me with the franchise tag. And thought about it heavily with my agent and my representatives, and let's go ahead and do it, because you know, like I said, I just want to be there with my teammates, and once off-season stuff begin, and hopefully get better.
Well, we were just talking about right when you were walking in, one of the upsides to signing the franchise tag is you can be with the team throughout the offseason beginning April 7th. Was that part of your thinking that you wanted to be in there for off-season workouts? Yeah,
well, like I said, I just didn't want to. I don't like being a distraction. You know, I hate it. You know, that whole process. You know, but like I said, it is a business. You know, but yeah, I did want to, you know, come in and, you know, meet my new teammates, meet the new coaching staff. You know, and go from there. And that was another prime reason why I went ahead and just signed it.
Speaking of the new teammates, the new coaching staff, we got Baker as an outside linebacker coach. Obviously, everybody knows we got Gruden as a head coach. Signed some key pieces on defense, a couple of new pieces. What do you feel, and how do you see things shaping up, not just for you as an individual, but as a whole team?
Like I said, the future's bright, man. I really very excited. You know, it's always easy to talk about, you know, us doing this and that, and end of March. You know, but once everybody gets together, we can kind of see where everything falls into play. But from what I'm understanding, and me being over the phone with my new coach and Coach Baker and Coach Gruden and everybody, you know, these guys are full of energy, man. They have a lot of great ideas for this team. And I think Jay Gruden was huge, a huge signing for us. We all love Mike Shanahan, what he did for us. You know, we wish things worked out a little better, you know, but bringing in Jay, new blood, young, energetic guy, that's going to really help Robert, I feel like, in so many ways, like he did with Dalton down there and with the Bengals and that whole offense. and then us as a defense bringing in key guys like Hatcher, bringing myself back. You know, I think it's really going to be beneficial for the future of this team and us competing next year for a division title and making it to the playoffs.
Well, one thing Jay Gruden has brought up a couple of times, and even Jim Haslett, was, you know, with bringing Brian Baker aboard, it seems like there might be a shift in philosophy for outside linebackers this year. You'll be asked to do less dropping into coverage and more doing what you love to do, which is getting after the quarterback. Do people outside of the team maybe not understand that you aren't asked to just get after the quarterback every single play? It seems like in the national media that's kind of misunderstood.
Yeah, I mean, well, national media around here, you know, that's misunderstood, you know, because around the other league, everybody knows what I'm all about, you know. That's what it, you know, that's what it is, you know. But, you know, around here, people just want us to get after the quarterback plenty of times, you know. But that's not the case with our defense, and that's not a knock on what we do. It's just the philosophy of this particular 3-4. You know, we have two great outside backers, but, you know, we're in the 34, you still have to play, you know, a lot of coverages as well, you know, and, you know, that blends in with the different schemes we run. So this year, changing philosophies a little bit. I heard Haslett, when I talked to Haslett, be able to get after a little bit more. When I talked to Baker as well, we're going to be able to attack a little bit more. We brought in a guy like Hatcher to help penetrate the middle and do his thing. I mean, hopefully get Bowen back healthy. Cofield's going to keep doing. I mean, we got so many keys that it's really going to help us make a better defense.
This week at the Park, I'm your host, Chris Wilson, Tarek El-Bashir, the franchise, Brian Arak, Rack City, all kind of things. The Redskins Kids Camp. Spring is here. Summer's on the way. Send the kids to the new Washington Redskins Summer Camp program in Northern Virginia in Richmond. For more information on that, visit www.redskins.kidscamp.com. Sign up today and receive $50 off. So, speaking of getting after the quarterback, you know, not having as many opportunities, you know, as some 3-4s or a 4-3 playing a DN, because, you know, the outside 3-4 is really a glorified, it's a smart defensive end is what it is. Right. With additions of guys like Jason Hatcher, you know, how would that free you guys up for when you do get an opportunity to make it count?
Well, everybody knows, especially around this organization, knows what Big Hatcher is all about. You know, he's a guy that presents a physical presence, huge. Defensive tackle that can penetrate and still, you know, be able to sack the quarterback. You know, not just penetrate and push, but he can actually get there, you know, and make things happen, force fumbles and create all kinds of havoc. And like I said, you're gonna have to pick and choose, man. Now with our new philosophy and the way we're gonna approach the defense this year and our attacking style, you're gonna have to pick and choose, and you're gonna see a whole different game from myself. You're gonna see tweak game from myself. You're going to see tweak game from Ryan to kind of incorporate with what we're doing up front to make it a lot easier on the back end and the whole defense as a whole.
Have you had a chance to talk to Jason yet and welcome him to the team?
No, I haven't, but I know Hatch. You know, I know Hatch, so it's all once we see each other, it's all good. You know, so I'm excited he's here, but I haven't actually had a chance to meet him, to see him face to face. But I seen him at the Pro Bowl and all this stuff, so it's already good.
What have you thought overall of the Redskins' approach so far in free agency? You know, for so many years they went out and made the big splash and went out and got Primetime or Archuleta or you know, Hainsworth. This year it seems like they're trying to spread out their cap dollars over a number of positions. You know, sitting there down there in Texas, following what's going on. What have you thought of the approach?
I thought it was great, man. It's a different approach, man. Yeah. You know, you need something different. You know, you got to take things that, you know, other teams have done well to make themselves successful. Because, you know, we have not done a great job as far as bringing in big name guys from other teams and it panning out well for us. It has not worked. So Bruce Allen did a great job this year, kind of switching up the mentality, getting a lot of value for his dollar, going out there, getting depth for this football team, getting core guys that can help special teams, and not only on what their position is asking for them to do, but also on special teams as well, and kind of get an overall picture, big picture to help this team out.
You miss me?
Use a guy like Booby on the special team. I'm not gonna lie, when these guys were rolling on special teams, it was nothing to worry about, man. I missed that though.
Hope that. Rack misses me. But no, I love it. I mean, you being the guy. A lot of times, what people just don't really understand, because athletes play football on television, they assume that it's a movie and these aren't real people,
right,
and they don't have real feelings. You guys are under so much ridicule all the time, and it's like when people, say certain things like, oh, they won, they lost, and things like that, and throw a lot of dirt at you guys. They don't realize what all goes into it. And you being a guy that doesn't like a lot of distractions, I really love the approach of not making the big splash. Mm-hmm. Let's just get to work.
Right.
We don't have to be loud, but let's get to work. You know what I mean? And I think Jay's doing a great job. You know what I mean? Do you see this being, because it's a head coach now, this is not a player. I'm talking about Jay Gruden. Do you see this being the new Redskins way? Is it safe to say? I think it is, just off of what I'm seeing with him, Doug Williams, that this is the new Redskins identity.
Yeah, you can. It's safe to say that. He's coming here with, like I said, with a great philosophy, a great plan, and I think it's going to be beneficial for us in the future, man. This guy, like I said, is a very energetic guy, smart guy, very savvy players coach, and the plan they have so far, man, I really love it. I think the guy Roberts from Arizona, very underrated around the league. When you take a look on film and the way he's able to spread the field and make those big plays with his speed. And obviously he's a smaller guy, but his speed is exceptional, and I think he's going to do a great job in our scheme. I think a guy like Hatcher, like I said, is going to do his thing up the middle and push the pocket and get sacks and, make our jobs on the outside a lot easier. I think, all of the linebackers, inside guys we signed is going to help tremendously on special teams and also helping Perry out in the inside. So. I think bringing Keenan back, Robinson is going to be huge. Keenan and Phil Thomas, the two guys to take a look at as far as coming off an injury, that we're really going to lean on them to see what they're all about and see if they're ready to step into that role, that bigger role. So, I see the future of this team is very bright.
We re-signed Chris Baker. His nickname is Swaggy.
Yeah.
With the absence of London Fletcher, it's a linebacker question.
Okay.
Who's going to say the speeches?
I don't know, man.
Every Monday night, Thursday night game, a lot of fans, I'm doing this for the fans now. We look and they zoom in close and you guys get huddled up.
Yeah.
We got a new identity. We want to know who is responsible for the swag of the linebackers and the defense.
Well, the swag is the linebackers always swag comes from myself and guys like.
That's what I wanted you to take accountability. Brian Arakpo is responsible for the swag.
Yeah. No, we always stop. we always got to play with a lot of confidence and a lot of swag. The way we're out there, the way we dress, the way we do things. Myself, Rob Jackson, Perry, Ryan. We all had our sense of own swag, and London was kind of like the father in the room, that led,
Godfather.
The Godfather, you should call it. So, I'm not a big rah-rah type of guy. If I do speak, I'm a little more X-rated. That's the only thing. That's why it's hard for me to go out there and do little speeches without me cussing a lot. So I'm gonna try and get better at that. So we'll see what happens though. But London's obviously gonna be missed. Salute London, hats off to London for what he's done for this organization, what he's done for my career, and the way I have the ability to grow and be a leader for this team.
Do you feel any additional pressure? I mean, to the world outside, you're now the highest paid player on the team. You are the franchise player for the Washington Redskins. Do you feel any more pressure on yourself?
Nah, not really. I never, because I'm not a pressure guy. I don't never just go into a season or go into a situation feeling pressure. I'm very loose. Y'all guys know me in the locker room. I'm very loose. I really don't look at it like I'm no different than, and Chris would know, I'm no different than an undrafted free agent or undrafted rookie. I treat everybody the same. I don't care how much money people are making. Everybody got to come in here and work. Everybody got different characteristics and different personalities, but I'm all about work and trying to get better. So no pressure at all. Just got to, do better than what we did last year.
Well,
and
folks,
compete.
You heard it. Brian misses me.
Miss you a lot, man.
quick,
I miss you calling you Booby every day, man.
Who you got? What you guys got going on the weekend? Who you got in the tournament?
Man, that's a good question, man. I'm not a big college connoisseur, man, especially in basketball. But if I had to choose, my Texas boys got eliminated. So I would choose
Who they get eliminated by?
Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan got us. But it's I don't know, man. That's a good question. Probably choose Louisville, man.
Louisville?
I think Louisville's might
What you
do
got
it.
going on?
Well, over at CSN Washington, what we do in the offseason is we take a look at the 13 opponents that are going to be on the Redskins schedule next year. Of course, we're not counting the division guys twice. And what I do is I look at who they've added in free agency, who they've lost, and basically, are they going to be tougher or weaker when they come up on the Redskins schedule next year?
Right.
So go over to csnwashington.com and check it out. I think we're four teams in, and we got the Jaguars coming up today.
All right, and with all the rule changes, I'm disappointed about the dunks. You can't dunk on the goalpost no more.
I never understood
And
that.
I think it's because people don't know how tough it is to get in the end zone. If you knew how tough it was, you would let guys take their jersey off. But with that being said, for guys who think they have what it takes, who think they can play professional football, there's going to be a camp going on, Superlative Sports Combine Camp. It's geared towards helping guys get to the CFL. You know, I'm a living, dreams do come true. I took that walk. But, for more information on that, visit www.cswfaithfoundation.org. Signing off as your host. See us next Thursday. Chris Wilson, Tarek El-Bashir, and Rack City.
Yes, sir.
We got
Yes,
a
sir.
million aliases. See you next week.